she's beaten 8 1/4 lengths. That she'd need to step up in that game, but she was quite well back that day.
If we're looking for a pace angle here, Mark, because I was looking at, like, say, Madame Blavatsky's a hold-up horse, the pace angle probably adorable choice?
I would have thought so, yeah. She, bearing in mind she's down in trip here, she's got form over 1.5 miles. She was positively ridden at Kempton over 1.25 miles, so I would have thought that's a likely option. She is on a long losing run, as you pointed out. You're going back 11 races now to September 2011, but she's on a good mark, 57 compared to her last win off 69. Never run at Hamilton before, but she's won at Ponty, so stiff uphill finish ought to suit today.
And the quicker they go, or to put a point on it, the quicker Adorable Choice goes, the better the chances will be for Cheers for Thea. She likes to be towed along at a decent clip, and she's one of the bigger priced horses.
She's been a very good mare for Tim Easterby and connections over the years. Duran Fentiman's won on her on 3 occasions. Thought the dropping trip would suit her. She's been racing over 1.25 miles the last couple of runs, both Redcar and Doncaster, and while she wasn't disgraced, the form book suggested a better form is over 1 mile.
Hello Gorgeous for Keith Dalgleish on a 4-timer. She's just out the handicap and no more. Not from 4 so far. Arguably you could say her debut was the best run so far of her career. She was 6 at Hamilton last time, over 6 furlongs. She's up a couple today.
Yeah, she's never raced on quickish ground. She was 3rd on her debut at Ayres. You said that was the best performance. That was only over 6 furlongs, and she's back up to 1 mile today. She tried it once at Wolverhampton in the past, but her pedigree is crying out for middle distances, really, isn't she? She's by Phoenix Reach and she's out of Poncha Celebra Mare, so she's been running over 6, but you'd have to think that would have been bare minimum at least.
And again, I remember going back a good few years now. I'm sure Henry Cecil, I said to Niall the other day, I'm sure Henry Cecil in the 80s maybe had a Wildenstein horse called Hello Gorgeous, one of these horses that's been named after or named the same as a former star. But I remember, I think it might have been a cup horse, a staying horse of about 30 years ago called Hello Gorgeous. I seem to remember it was with Henry, Sir Henry now of course, and carrying those Wildenstein colours a lot of years ago. Madame Blavatsky then, the last one that we haven't talked about. She has been various prices. She's out to 16s now. She'll be one that again will be held up off the pace, but will she be good enough today?
Oh yeah, you just wonder. She's run over 1.5 miles as well, so this trip could be on the sharp side. Her course form is pretty good actually. She's not from 10 overall, but 3 runs at Hamilton. She's got a couple of places. She's got a visor on for the first time, so that hopefully will sharpen her up, and that could just help, bearing in mind she's back in trip.
Still a maiden, this Madame Blavatsky then. She's been second, but she's never been any closer than that, and she's bidding to lose a maiden tag at the 11th time of asking. But bear in mind, we've had a couple in our previous, in fact every race today has been won by a horse that hadn't won a race. Our debutant won the opener obviously, but Rabafed had 15 goes before today without winning, and in the second race Salvatore Fury likewise 12 starts. So always hope for Madame Blavatsky, trained by Karen McClintock. I've actually seen Karen here today, trains in the outskirts of Newcastle, and Don Eddy, her partner's here as well today. Certainly won't fail through lack of assistance from the saddle. The excellent Phil Makin's on Madame Blavatsky, and they'll be hoping the visor brings about a fair bit of improvement.
You would do, yeah. I think that's what you're definitely hoping for. And as I say, that just could counter the dropping trip. I know it was 1 mile last time out, but that looked definitely on the sharp side at Newcastle. And hopefully Phil Makin visor will make a difference.
Starting to go behind then, that's Michael Reid in the foreground, one of the starters in attendance at Hamilton Park this afternoon. Spavento, the 94 favourite, remember, the mare that won this corresponding race last year. She came out of winter quarters to win at Newcastle. She's gone up £4, a career best required, but well, you often find these fillies in form, no matter what time of the year, they tend to hold it quite well, and 10 stone, it's not as if it's on a 4 mile chase, 10 stone, is it, on heavy ground either?
No, it is. It was just a very good start to her season. She needs to go and build on it, and she's probably got to up her game again to go and win today. But it's a good start to her season. We know she really likes Hamilton, and she'll enjoy these underfoot conditions.
Loading steadily then for one of 3 or 4 competitive handicaps on the bounce here at Hamilton Park. I can see Spavento, last year's winner, still to come forward. One of a couple of greys in the race. In fact, I think there's 3 greys in the race. Let's get back up to Gareth.
Thank you, Gordon. Yeah, not too many more. This is Hello Gorgeous in shot in the light jacket here. About to slot forward. Keith Dalgleish having a tremendous afternoon so far. 3 races and 3 winners. Hello Gorgeous, about to slot into stall number 6. Still a few out of line. Cheers for Thea, who's the grey mare in shot. Safa, who's in cheek pieces. And also Thumama, about to go forward. Cheers for Thea, loading up. Of greys, all the greys next door to one another here. Madame Blavatsky in 1, Sparvento in 2, Cheers for Thea in 3. Thumama goes in into 4 and Safa into 8. They are ready. And off they go for the Prestige Scotland Fillies Handicap over the extended mile. And breaking out well here, Madame Blavatsky down along the inside of Thumama. And a little wider out on the track in yellow, Adorable Choice. So Thumama now leading up by about a half length as they start to turn right-handed. Not going overly fast here. In second place on the outside, Adorable Choice. Madame Blavatsky running in third. In fourth is Hello Gorgeous for Keith Dalgleish, the trainer, looking for a 4-timer on the afternoon. Further neck away to Cheers for Thea, who races down along the inside of the red sleeves and cap of Safa. And then last year's winner Sparvento in the black jacket down along the inside of Saria. They are the back couple, but are no more than about 5 lengths off the pace. A very slowly run affair then as they make the journey right-handed back towards us, and Thumama setting the pace here, and Franny Norton dictating matters by about a half length. On the outside in second is Adorable Choice, and then against the rails the headgear of Madame Blavatsky. They're being followed through by the white-faced Hello Gorgeous. Away to the right is an improving Safa, and then Cheers for Thea. Sparvento in behind a wall of horses at the moment, and to her outside races Saria as they race back towards us now in the final 3 furlongs. Pretty much all to play for. Sparvento just nudged a little bit at the back. Up ahead, Thumama about to be taken on for the lead by Adorable Choice, who comes there powerfully in the yellow. Away to the right is Safa, who's improving. A couple of lengths away to Madame Blavatsky. Sparvento gradually improving a fraction up against the rails. And then wider out on the track, Saria trying hard to come into it in company with Hello Gorgeous as they race on down with a furlong and a half left to go. Adorable Choice, Thumama boxing on well, dictated matters from a very early stage. Here to the outside is Safa, then Sparvento. They're now well inside the final furlong. Up ahead, Safa. Over to the far side, battling on all the way is Thumama. It's these two to the wire. Up to the line they go. Thumama out in front. Great ride by Franny Norton. Thumama made all. Pretty much anyway to beat Safa. To the outside, Hello Gorgeous stayed on after hitting a bit of a flat spot, and they were chased in by Adorable Choice. And Saria Sparvento disappointing.
Yeah, last year's winner Sparvento never quite got going today, and she didn't really pick up the way that we would have thought. I know she'd 10 stone on her back, so there is a ready-made excuse there, but I thought she would have been close to repeating last year's success. It is a great ride from the front by Franny Norton on Thumama, having a run in her first handicap, tackling this quicker ground for the first time since her debut.
Yeah, I think better ground's probably brought some improvement for her. She was lightly raced as well, only a 4th run on turf, 5 all told, running on heavy ground. But as you say, a good ride by Franny Norton, probably paid to be handy, and she stayed on fairly strongly because she had some serious threats. Adorable Choice looked to be perfectly positioned at the 2 marker. She had every chance, unable to go past. And Sassafar as well, the filly of Alistair Lidderdale's, she threw down a challenge inside the final furlong.
The race then from the start as they run away from us on the look for this filly's handicap, and Thumama, you can see there bagging the inside rail, and Franny Norton just going the pace he wants to go. On his outside is Adorable Choice. They've been tracked by Madame Blavatsky, the maiden, with the visor on for the first time. Out the back you can see with the red sleeves, that's Safa, who eventually comes through for second place. Also out the back is Saria, and also out the back is Sparvento. And Sparvento, although she came through 1 or 2 horses on the inside, she eventually does finish last.
Yeah, she never looked like winning today. She was steadily run race, probably in the worst position. She was on the rails as well. She was always going to need luck in running. Nothing went right for her today. It was going to be a very stiff task for her, but it probably paid to be handy. You can see where the winner is now out in front. You've got Hello Gorgeous, the filly of Keith Dalglish. She's about third or fourth, and the eventual second is on the outside as well, probably about less than 2 lengths off the leader. So it paid to be handy. Spavento never looked like winning. Cheers for Tia as well. She probably would have appreciated a stronger gallop over a mile and got carried into the race. She never really looked like picking up, but good performance by the winner. Hopefully she can go and build from this. She won't get a severe hike in the rating. She's won off 60. It was a decent ride from an improving filly.
We often talk about